Taoist Magic Talk Show brought to you by Taoist Master จี师傅 and 天日 Dragon Taoism ผู้亮天尊 Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. This is your จี师傅 right here. Today we're going to talk about the Taoist alignment or energy alignment. So this is actually suggested by one of our fans on the comment section, but I figured that it is boring to just start from like lesson 1, lesson 2. You know, it's so much to talk about. I can talk about this alignment thing for like over 24 hours nonstop. So let's get into it in a more interesting way, and that is talking about how it relates to people raise their kids in the modern days. So how should a parent, okay, this is practical stuff. If you are actually a parent, listen carefully. How should a parent be raising their kids when they're like baby and then to school and all that, right? So I figured that a lot of people, especially the one that I have seen in the Asian side, which is very typical, they are so crazy. They are like, during the young age, they need to learn this, learn that, learn this, learn that, and then pack up the schedule. And then, you know, you have school, right? After school, you have to tutor, you have to learn this, you have to go extra curriculum, and then join this club, that club. And eventually, it's like everything that the school tells you to do, you have to do, and what the school didn't tell you to do, you still have to do. And basically it's like a competition between the kids, like, oh, how much do you know, how much are you doing? And it's crazy because parents are living in their own bubble and not really thinking for their kids. They might say, oh, how can I not be good to you? I am trying to give you the best. Yeah, in your perspective. Okay, that's what you want the kids to have. Because why? Because if you don't, you're going to look bad in front of your other friends and relatives because their kids are like this and your kids is like substandard. And you don't want your kid to look like substandard in the group. So it's a face issue, not really about your kid. Because your kid don't care about the face, right? It's the adult that cares about the face issue. And you will also think that, if I don't give you all these later on when you grow up, you're not going to like get a good future. Really? No, seriously, really? I grown up, okay, from my age to now, and I see a lot of people working already, living a life, and they don't even have university degree. Yeah, they're like making an okay living. You know, like some of them open their own business. Some people work in some shops and they don't require like high level degree. You don't need to be like a master degree of something to work at that place. And you're still making a okay, you know, survivable kind of income. And that's life, you know, they are doing what they're doing. And I don't see they don't have a good future. So really, do you need to like get, you know, all that stuff? When you get a job somewhere like, you know, when you graduate from, let's say you went to college and you graduate, right? Do you actually see that people will dig into what you did in the kindergarten stage? Or when you're like grade 1 to grade 3, do people actually care? I don't think so, right? People like just skip that and, oh, elementary school, okay, good. High school, okay, good, done. They don't care what's inside. They care about what you took for the last like period, you know, when you're in the university, that you get the degree and so on, right? Yeah, not everyone really care about your GPA level too. Really, seriously, they just, you know, they care more about what kind of person you are, you know? So how should we be caring for our kids according to the Taoist wisdom? And I'm going to talk about the wisdom in our lineage, so please don't try to like, you know, go around and compare and see what the other sects say, you know. It's not about the other sect. It's about what I teach in my sect, and this is exclusive. Okay, I learned this from my teacher in this sect, and it's not anything that I have learned in the other sect at all. It's really different. So yeah, it might sound like alike, but it's not. So just be open-minded and learn like a piece of blank paper, and you'll know. So there are many ways to look at life, but if you're a Taoist or if you want to go the Taoist way, right, we go by the way how nature works. Okay, how nature works. And there are what we call the metaphysics rules. So they're like principles, like rules of how nature works. And one of the famous one that is very exclusive to our lineage is called the 9-star theory. 9-star theory, it goes to like from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 9. And it explains how a cycle of how things start to the end. Okay, so we're going to skip explaining the 9-star first. We're going to go through 1 to 9, and we're going to talk about how we should teach our kids. Okay, so number 1, we need to give the kids vision. And it applies to any age. Vision is like, they have to be able to see it, right? So first thing is you need to be able to see it. Like, you got to be able to see what it is. You got to have vision. There are short vision and long vision, right? Short vision is like, oh, yeah, I see someone doing it. Okay, cool, And long vision is like, what am I actually going for with this? Like, you tell me, okay, this is called math. Okay, math, I know, numbers, right? Okay, cool. So what am I doing with it? Like, what's the goal? Right? You got to let them see the path. It's like, you need to see the map before you actually walk, right? So yeah, you need to have vision, and you need to have some longer vision than just telling them what it is. So first thing is, if you want to introduce something to your kids, right, you need to give them vision. Short vision, okay? Let's say you want the kids to learn art, drawing, okay? Oh, show them some drawings, pretty ones, and say, hey, look at these drawings. Do you look like these things looks good to you? Huh? They look cool? Wow, look at this. And then you show them some advanced drawing. Like people who draw really good. You can go on YouTube and show them a video and like, look at that. Wow. When you wow, the kids also wow. It's very obvious, right? Like they follow what you do. So that's number 1, vision, the light. They have to see that it's very like hopeful. It's very bright, like wow, like that, positive, right? Next thing is you need to give them the desire. Okay, this is star number 2. Now we're at number 2. Number 2, number 1, the color code is white. Okay, color code, white. Number 2 color code is black. Black is like, you don't have anything, so you want it. So you want to make them have the desire to want, right? So usually you will ask the kid, do you want to try this? Right? Like give them something to try, like, do you want, huh? Right? Oh, I want this. Do you want it? Make them want it. And do they actually want it? Sometimes the kid don't show interest. They don't continue, right? Like if you show them the drawing and they're like not interested in that stuff at all, maybe they're really not interested. Then why are you forcing it in, right? Maybe try it in another time. It's not time for them to learn that stuff yet. They will not be interested. Okay, so you get them to have the desire, the want to have something. Then number 3 is a light green color. Number 3 stage, light green color. This is inspiration and senses. It's like when we try to give our kids some stuff to play with and just like let it float around them. Like bubbles floating around your head, right? So we let them see more, watch more videos of the artists and maybe get them some crayons and, something they can play with on their own. And now they're trying to get ideas, looking at the people, doing it, and they may be like scribbling on the table or floor or whatever, right? Let them play with it for a while. It's good. There are many weird things that can happen in this direction because once you are being inspired, you are not mature yet. Like you are not educated. So you will be trying a lot of weird things and you might be doing things like drawing on the wall, like things that adults don't like. Now, if you really want the kid to grow in that direction, do not discourage, do not destroy their inspiration. Let it be. Wait a bit of time. It will come. Like they will mature up later on and understand. Right now, they're kids, just let them draw on the wall. Later on, when they grow up, they look at that drawing again, they're going to laugh, right? So it's fine. You're not going to like, your house not going to burn down just because they drew on the wall, right? And you don't have to rush to clean it up. You know, like if you make it like, oh, you draw on the wall and then like immediately you need to wash it off or like, you know, it shows that you don't like it, right? And the kids only get that you don't like them doing this. Then what they're going to do is they're going to stop doing it. Inspiration will stop coming and they will not want to go forward. You see a lot of parents are doing the wrong thing already, right? And then they scold the kid, oh, yeah, you should not do this. You know, it's like you don't want, but what you're doing is you're killing your kid's inspiration, and that's bad. So, okay, so number 4 is dark green. That's when the stuff goes into their head and they start thinking about it. So after they have been playing around, right, it's time to give them education. So you have to bring them now, this stage, you bring them to someone educated, you know, artists, teachers, and have them teach them something so that they can think about it, right? And then once they started learning, what do you do? Next one, stage number 5, code yellow. This is the heart, which is confident, focus, alignment, and decision. So first of all, you have to tell them like, you're doing good, you know, and things like that. Encourage them, right? Make them feel confident, make them feel good. And this time you have to make them feel focused. And a lot of parents fail in this because it's like you took your kids to learn art, right? And then the next day, hey, you're going to learn piano too. Next day, you're going to learn this too. You're not making them focus in one thing. How can your kids have so much energy to be good at everything at once? Right? If you want them to learn something else, do it later. Don't sign up for like 10 classes in one go. Try to get them to do something and just focus. You're teaching your kids to focus in one thing with their heart. And that promotes loyalty as well. A lot of kids are very bad with commitment and loyalty in today's like modern era, especially those who are like the 2000s kind of that generation is like really bad in this. Because why? The kids are brought up with teachings like you have to do this, all in one go. And it's like you need to sign up for so many things in one, like at the same time. And if it's just the same thing as having so many wives at the same time. You know, I have heart energy, I have love. I can share my love with 10 subjects in one. Same thing. I have a girlfriend, I can have 10 girlfriends. Their mindset is taught and ruined at the same time like this. And you see how bad the modern teachings are. It's so bad. It promotes people to become disloyal. So if you want your kid to be a loyal person, teach them to focus in one thing. Let them be for now, okay? Now, after they're confident, then you have to ask them to decide and commit. So, do you want to keep being an artist? Do you like being this? You make a statement. You say, yes, I want to do like this. I want to be good at it, right? Once they say yes, then you continue. If they say, no, I really don't like it after I try, then you can quit. I'm serious. You can quit, right? Don't force it, because if they say no, it means that they're not really meant to be that, or maybe it's like that's not the right path to go because maybe the teacher is bad, right? Maybe the teacher is bad. It could be. So you can try another teacher and ask again after a while. But if they never say, yes, I want to continue in this, I want to grow in this, they never say that, don't go and push your kids to keep going. Okay, next round. If they have made the decision, right? Now, this is phase number 6. The color code is blue. This is like building up the inner pressure. You're going to give them pressure. You're going to give them hardship. You're going to give them hurdles. You have to increase their memory and put them in a state where they have to grind and suffer and build like some anger and frustration and face hardship inside. So you have to put them to like, for example, like a special course where people have to keep training for a while, and it will, you know, they will encounter hardship and encounter problems, and you have to tell them, hey, you made that decision, so now there's no quitting anymore. You have to teach them there's no quitting. After you decided, you commit till you die. right? So you keep going, fix it. Look at the other people. They also do the same thing. Your teacher went through this too. And if they gave up, they're not going to get anything, right? So you got to keep going and keep going and keep going. And you're going to help them to solve problems on the way because you're adults, right? So you help them, give them pointers, guidance, coaching, but you're not going to do it for them. Okay? A lot of parents are like this. You don't know how to draw this? Okay, I'll help you. And then they draw it for the kid. You know what happened? They never learn, right? You can give them something else to help them. Like, I cook you a good dinner, right? I bring you to somewhere to like relax a bit or something like that. You can help them in other ways. You want to like try, maybe drawing with the crayon is not good. Maybe I buy you pencil. Maybe I buy you markers, something to try so that you can have new ways to solve your problems. Maybe you want to try drawing on a computer, like that. So different ways to solve problems, but you're not going to solve it for them. Remember that, okay? Good. Now, we're on to the next stage. Oh, by the way, this stage is all about memorization, building the stuff inside them so you can give them stronger and stronger memory, right? Make them remember things and so on. Okay, so phase number 7, that's color code red. And this is when fruits are born. So you have to make them to like make something, achieve something, right? To go for pushing out their whatever they have learned, right? You're going to push it out and make some success, push it out. So to express it, give them a way to show off, you have to like bring them to a competition. Maybe you bring them to like, if they made some art, right? Show it, like put it up in the wall, on the wall at home. Let people see it when they come over, make them feel proud. And it's a happy thing. Now, it's after the hardship time, right? They have fruits to show. You have to be happy with them at the same time. Next thing is the color code orange, which is phase number 8. This is physical positive growth and development. So it's like their fruit is out here and you're happy and everyone's happy about it. They're happy about it, right? Now it's what? It's time to praise. Like make the fruit even better, right? And so you're going to keep telling them about how nice it is, how good it is. And you're going to help them share this fruit around to more people. Show your friends, not just their friends, not just kids. Show other friends, show the teachers. Bring it online, post it on social media, whatever, right? Time to show off, and that will increase their courage to keep going. And it's very important, right? Next thing. Okay, phase number 9, color code purple. Purple is when the fruit is about to die and consumed. So this is like the end stage, and it's basically where you're done, like concluding. So you have to wrap up. You cannot just keep praising your kid and make them feel like they're like, the top of the world, right? Now it's time to go negative. So you have to tell them, your fruit is good, but hey, look at this artist. Look at your friend doing this, like someone else outside can do better than you. Wow, look, that's what you did, but they took it a step further. And your kid is now going to be like, whoo, okay, so I'm not good enough, huh? And then you're going to tell them, well, yeah, you're good already, but there's always something better, right? So what's next? So you tell them what's next. While you tell them this, it's going to go to the next cycle. Phase number 1, color code white, which is a vision. Now they know what they want next because I have seen my next goal. I'm going to work toward that the same fashion, same way, 1 to 9. Hey, you see? There goes the way to teach your kid. It is very complex to you today because I just used 19 minutes, 18 minutes to finish it. But if you want to get some personal guidance and teachings and really master this, this kind of stuff, stay tuned. Or even better, get ordained. Because when you get ordained in our lineage, you can get direct teachings from me on the Line chat app. And we can talk. I can guide you real time while you face the real situation. And I will be teaching you how to solve your problems and deal with the real situation with different metaphysics rules and principles. It's not just one. 9-star is only one of the most basic. And well, I believe that you guys will like this kind of topic because it's very practical. Even you're not a Taoist, you can still utilize it. So that's really cool. We will talk more about this in the next episode and maybe talk more about other metaphysics rules as well. So you can kind of see, what this is all about. And a little bit OT today, but it's good. I hope you guys like it. Make this thing loud, please. Okay, so share it out. Help us to grow the audience. It's really hard. So we'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.